Tell us about what you saw during the time you guys have been in pads from your running backs.
They're just being physical. We got a physical bunch of guys. We got some big guys. We got some quick guys. Cole's the quickest of the bunch. But we're just bigger and we're physical.
Stevie's run down the sideline, or beat a guy at the end. What did you think about that, in particular, the fact that he was able to beat a defender?
I think that's something he didn't do last year. He's still got to work on it because he's had a couple times in camp, and that was probably the first time he did do it in camp. So it was good to see from that standpoint. He beat a guy in the open field, he stiff armed and scored a touchdown. So to get 50-yard touchdowns, you got to be the safety, and that's what he's going to do to get big runs.
Steve said he was about 8-10 pounds lighter coming in this year than he was last year. You noticed that in just helping.
The problem with Stevie didn't do anything when he was in high school. That was his problem. Yeah. But you guys see him. He looks great now. His first time lifting was probably when he got here last year. So he's bigger, he's faster, he's stronger now. Obviously, they always say body by blue. He's been with those guys for a full year now, and so he was one of our later guys that got here last year. He didn't get here until pretty much the end of June from when he graduated. So he finally got a full off season. You can definitely see it on the field. He's transitioning.
How have you seen him just kind of embrace? Going from being a guy that maybe is chasing as a freshman to being suddenly the guy that everybody's looking to set the mark in that position group.
I think he's a humble kid. And obviously we got to keep him humble, but he does a great job, from that standpoint. But I think competition breeds that too. He's got guys breathing down his throat. With Ronnie, with Samson, with Cole. Those guys are all doing a great job. So all of them have had good days, some of them have bad days. But the biggest thing from the group, we need consistency, and that's what I told him. The starter's gonna be the guy that's most consistent. But the guys are pushing him, so he knows. Every time he looks behind his shoulder, there's somebody there. So he knows he can't mess up, he can't make a mistake, he can't fumble the ball. And the same thing with the whole group.
You see him at the same time, though, kind of maybe leading the other guys, too, and kind of helping them along with the competition?
He's learning to become a leader. Stevie's only a sophomore. Last year he was a true freshman. So, I don't know how many sophomores you've ever seen our captains on the team, right? That usually doesn't happen. So, we have, with Cole's the older guy in our room. Connor Thomas is the oldest guy in our room. And those guys are kind of trying to show them the way. But obviously Stevie being the starter last year, that's how you look at him. He has to do everything the right way, so everyone else will do everything the right way. But he's definitely a guy that's continuing to grow. He's definitely not there yet. He's not the leader he needs to be yet. He needs to get better at that.
How's your relationship with him changed and or developed since he came here and it was a coach-player relationship?
It's good. My relationship with all my guys is the same. They know they're always going to get the truth from me. Stevie, Cole, Ronnie, Samson, Ivory, they all know that. So there's good days, there's bad days. I treat them like they're my kids, like they're my sons. So sometimes I yell at them, sometimes you love them up. But at the end of the day, we're all family. And so they know, every time I yell at them, it's for a reason. It's not just because. So it's the same way with Stevie. Stevie, when they're young and they're freshmen, they don't get it sometimes. But I think the older you get, you understand that if I'm not yelling at you, that's when you should be concerned.
Samson's a guy you weren't able to see. He's been around for a while, but you weren't able to see him in the spring because of the shoulder or whatever. But it's just, what are you feeling? What do you feel like he's showing you the most, especially since he got into pads?
I think the big thing, is you could tell he was here in spring because he knows the offense. He's not just trying to learn and catch up. That he got to sit in meetings, he got to watch practice. But it's still the running the ball portion that's different than high school. You still got to learn. You can't run everything to the outside. You can't do those kind of things. So you got to get vertical. You got to get every yard you can. And so he's definitely a physical kid. He has the tools. He's big enough. He's strong enough. He's smart enough. He just has to continue to improve every day.
With younger guys, I know ball security can sometimes be an issue. How do you see maybe your younger guys in terms of securing the ball?
They got to get better. That's the number one thing for all the young guys when they get here. Obviously, especially with our defense, they're trying to get takeaways every snap. They're going to strip at the ball. They're going to punch at the ball, and so the ball can't be loose. You're going to let it go. And we can't put the ball on the ground. If you put the ball on the ground, you can't play. Especially when you have a lot of depth at a position. If you're putting the ball on the ground, you're not going to play. We can't afford it. We can't have turnovers on offense.
With Stevie, so far about catching the ball, your backs catching the ball.
Yeah, we have a good group. They got hands, and they did a great job this summer working on jug machines and all those kind of things and throwing with the quarterback. So when I say hands, most of them can catch the ball. Everyone doesn't catch it as good as the other ones, but they can all catch a swing pass, which is a positive.
With Stevie and Cole and Samson, what does Ronnie have to do to carve out a niche? Where's his niche?
What does Samson have to do to carve out a position? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ronnie was number 2 back last year.
Yeah.
So it's not what Ronnie has. Samson has to do something to beat Ronnie out. You know what I mean?
So
from that standpoint, they all got to compete. But there is no positions right now. That's what I tell them. We're in practice 4. We might have went live one time, maybe. I don't know, maybe twice. But we won't tell to the scrimmages. like I said, Ronnie's had a good day, Ronnie had a bad day. Samson has had a good day, Samson's had a bad day. Same thing with Stevie, same thing with Cole. The one thing we're not right now is consistent group and practice every day. You know, and what we need is 4 guys come out here, 4 to 5 guys that are consistent every single day. You know, or until that happens, I mean, none of them are going to be the guy, but the guy that's most consistent is the guy that's going to play the most.
What are his strengths, would you say?
Who's that, Samson or Ronnie?
Ronnie.
I mean, you guys saw Ronnie's a good change of pace back. You know what I mean? He's faster than you think, and he has good balance. He breaks tackles, he catches the ball well, and I mean, he's a great pass protector. I mean, Ronnie's really smart, and he knows everything on third down. You know, and so that, I mean, that's really one of his strengths. I mean, he can do a lot of things, but I mean, he's definitely a pass pro guy that can. I mean, I don't worry about him when he's in there on third down at all, no matter what they're bringing.
Did anything about Stevie's freshman year surprise you, given how well you knew him coming out of high school?
I mean, it surprised me that he played that much because I wasn't playing. You know what I mean? So, but yeah, I mean, because he wasn't a 2,000-yard guy in high school. So, I mean, did we did it last year? I think he surprised a lot of people. I knew he had the skill set. I didn't think he was going to do it necessarily as a freshman. Good.
Thanks, Coach.
All right,
Appreciate
thanks,
it.
guys.